Hello, and welcome to Two Men and a Mic. Well, actually, I should say 1.5 men and a mic, because technically today I don't have a man. I mean, are you a dude?
I do have PP.
Ooh, shoot. Okay, so we're gonna talk about something today. We're gonna talk about mostly like art things, because I have Madeline the cat with me, and she does the speed paints and the animations. I'm not good at that, so let's talk about something that I have no artistic value in. Yeah. All right. So
No.
we're gonna, let's talk about weird like fan arts that people have made that you've seen. Not for you, but for like online. What's the weirdest kind of stuff you've seen?
Or
What?
34.
Rule 34?
Please tell me you know what that is.
I know what that is. Don't I'm not stupid.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Probably all the stuff where it's like kid shows, I guess.
Oh, could
Like me and Lavender were like, I was at her house yesterday and we looked up Lala Loopsy, like Rule 34, and it was pretty scary. I'm not sure. And then we just saw a freaking Caillou comic, like Rule 34. I'm like, wait,
Okay,
no,
I know
no,
okay,
that's scary.
I know the
That's
concept of Rule
that's
34.
illegal.
I know the concept of Rule 34, but the last thing I would expect is Caillou. Like, I know, like,
Caillou.
yeah, just I'm just a kid who's 4, and I do some stuff that most 4-year-olds don't necessarily think about doing. But I'm different, I'm bald. Okay, I have no hair, so what do you expect? It's just like I've seen.
No, it was like something between him and his mom, and I remember seeing part of the comic and being like, oh wow, this person was either really bored or needs to go to prison. Either way, it was weird.
Him and his mom. You know what I expect? There was that one girl that he always hanged out with on the show. I forgot her freaking name.
Chloe?
Not Chloe. There's another one.
No, no, it was it Chloe or Clemenstein? Or Clemenstein, I think
Clementine. Yeah, but okay.
it was
There's that one.
Clemenstein.
There's that one, and there's another one. The one that knew karate.
Uh,
Well, whatever. One of the two, or both of them,
it was
honestly.
one of them.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if there was Rule 34 of that, but with his mom. Let that sink in for a second. What?
No,
What the?
the more scary stuff would probably be like the Dora,
Oh,
Dora the Explorer.
I've seen this meme
I've
where,
seen that stuff, man.
dude, I've seen the meme where it's like, who's Dora's boyfriend? Diego. Who's Dora's cousin? Diego. And I'm like, hold up, something's not matching here.
Oh, I know. People like freaking ship those two, and I'm like, this isn't right. Like all these kids shows. The worst part is that you have so many creepos that are like in there. It's like, what is this? So why? Honestly, I was curious. I was like, you know, I want to know if Rule 34 was an actual, like rule. If anybody else followed it, if it exists on the internet, if it's gonna have 18 plus not safe for work stuff to it, I guess.
Goldfish cracker and Kool-Aid jammer of Rule 34. Imagine that shit. Goldfish.
Oh, please tell me that doesn't exist.
It probably does, but I don't know. I might look it up later. I don't know. Literally,
So I just, so yeah, I'm pretty much helping all of you guys by that stuff, you know.
yeah,
You don't have to admit it though.
yeah, just remember, okay, like, if you're an adult watching this, then I feel bad for you, because I don't know, it just seems weird. But,
For
whatever.
anatomy practice.
Yeah, for anatomy practice. And if you're somebody who makes the Rule 34 and you're watching my dollar
YouTube.
store version of an actual podcast, then what are you doing? Stop! It's a
Stop.
cartoon.
That's right. No, keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good.
Okay.
Let me tell you this. The reason why I'm supporting it is because, like I don't.
You're into
I'm
that
not
shit.
saying limits, man. But I'm just saying, the people that actually make that stuff, I will not lie though, they have like the best art. It's either horrible or awesome. Either way, it's like it's up there in like one of the best like art.
How about you draw something normal? Like maybe
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, don't get too weird with it and like be like
maybe Patrick and SpongeBob hugging or something wholesome.
Yeah, that's I'm talking about like weird characters. Don't get too weird with it because then you're going to be that person.
Yeah, then the FBI will be like, interesting. I might as well go check him out at his house and SWAT him. Everyone, we need to get the FBI. We need to SWAT his house. Guys, he's drawing Rule 34 with SpongeBob again.
Don't make Caillou Rule 34, guys. That's not cool.
Imagine going to court for that. We find the client guilty of making Rule 34 for Caillou, SpongeBob, and Peppa Pig.
Oh no! I've seen that stuff. That stuff exists too, but it's not as
all in one comic. I don't know.
It's like the mom and dad, but it's like the only normal stuff that you see in there.
I'm not surprised.
What's your opinion on that Roblox game, Piggy?
Oh my gosh, there's probably Rule 34 of what is it? Oh, Ben 10 and his cousin.
Yep.
I've seen something on Reddit from that, and I'm like,
what's your opinion on the game, Piggy?
I've never played it, but I will say it's an off-brand version of Peppa Pig, or I don't know. I really just don't.
Peppa Pig and Granny mixed together, and then they like put it into a whole story.
Yeah, there once was a pig. He saw you eating the bacon.
A 7-year-old man.
A little freaking 7-year-old.
Children. What's your opinion on children?
Oh, delicious. Oh, is my nose bleeding? No.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, I'm just giving you flashbacks from the Makin' Bacon podcast where they ate children. I know, right? And they
support eating babies.
I like how they had to specifically say in the podcast, "We're joking, okay? We don't actually support this." And I'm just like,
no, we're not.
And then
No, we're not.
Wasn't Goggle Guy like, wait, what? I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Ethan supported it.
I don't remember. I didn't watch the entire podcast because it was literally 40 minutes, and I was like, I'm into Target right now. I want to look at Legos.
I'm surprised that they think that nobody watches the whole length thing, even though I'm sitting in like the background, like eating chips and like watching the whole thing, or not watching it. I mean, it's a whole picture, but like I'm just sitting there in the background, just listening to the whole thing on my headphones.
Just eating popcorn, drinking a soda. Like, wow, this is some interesting shit right here. This is gourmet shit.
No, it is. To me, it is.
You know what? It's probably because the only person that you're really listening to on that podcast is Red. Was I right? No. Okay, I'm kidding with you. No, it's obviously Goggle. No, is it really Ethan? I don't know. Maybe that's kind of I'm gonna take a lucky guess here, but I'm not sure. I might have to think about my answer just a little bit.
It couldn't be Ethan.
It could be Ethan, but we don't know. Literally, if you guys don't like have, this is a running joke. Okay, this is somebody that she likes, alright, and we literally joke around about this all the time, and then he normally gets bullied for some reason. I don't know why.
We both get called simp.
Yo, you're a simp. That's right, I just said it. What you gonna do?
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm joking. No, please don't yell at me.
Yeah, that was like so chill. Like that.
Just please don't yell at me. I don't want to get yelled at.
I won't yell at me unless you kill me and take all my diamonds like Freddy did.
Oh, okay.
My mom heard me yelling at Freddy.
And she's like, "What are you screaming?" He took my diamonds.
My mom was like worried, but she was so tired. She like fell asleep on the couch. Like
there could literally be a robber in. No, it's funny. You know, I don't know why I just thought of this. my dog. I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember when you visited Rock Ridge? Did I ever show you my dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
You like post videos about her.
Oh, that's right.
The girl?
Oh yeah, that's a girl. Uh, it's the big black one, and she's now really lazy. She used to be like really energetic. Now she's older and she's getting a lot lazier. We have this conversation where if somebody robbed our house, she could either just lay there and just hide, or we don't actually know because she's never been actually threatened before because we don't really take good care of her. But if someone actually threatened her, we don't know what she would do. Like, she could attack. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, we have no clue.
I know. My great aunt used to have this big Great Dane. It used to, like, sit on the couch. Like, I mean, it would sit on the couch like a human. I mean, it would go over and sit.
Sit down, put his legs down, drinking a beer.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Drinking a beer? Oh, wait, what? Now that just took a turn for the worse.
He was an old boy.
Oh.
He died, unfortunately.
One of my... You know what that reminds me...
Great Danes don't last long.
You know what that reminds me of? Did you ever see... not my actual dog, but did you ever see the video where I posted with the small dogs?
No.
Okay. Well, then this won't make sense, but my aunt had two small dogs. They're like Jack Russells, and the biggest one is even kind of small. And, well, she's freaking heavy, I'll tell you that. And, yeah, and one of them got very sick to the point where, like, it was hard for her just to live her normal life. She was, like, crying every time I tried to hold her. And honestly, at that time, I wasn't really feeling all that well. Like, I kind of felt like, bad for myself, just mentally. So, she was, like, one of the things that I would, like, hold, and that kind of cheered me up. And then, she passed away from the sickness. And at first, I wasn't, like, necessarily crying, because I knew it was going to happen, but the more I thought about it, I was like, she was, like, the little emotional support I had at that time, and I don't know. I eventually got on with my life, and here I am now, talking about it.
Hey man, it's okay for anybody to cry. Even if it doesn't matter on gender, you know. People are like, you can't cry, you're a guy. Like, you have to be tough. You have to be tough. You can't cry. And it's like, dude, guys cry.
Dude,
guys cry.
I literally...
It's just a natural emotion.
Yeah, it's literally... For the amount of... if I had $1 for the amount of times I'd cry in the shower, for every minute I'd cry in the shower, I'd be rich. A lot of times I think about my... Literally, this podcast just turned into us venting, but I don't care. People need to hear this. I literally would cry about, like... If I felt like I was being hated for some reason, like if I did something bad that made me feel that I was being hated on by my friends, I would just cry. Like, I didn't comprehend that. Like...
I get you so much.
What?
It sucks, though.
Wait, what'd you say?
It does suck. I mean, I get what you mean. Like, I agree with you, man.
I don't know. And that's just how I felt my whole life.
I don't want to cheer this up. I'm pretty sure nobody wants to be depressed while listening to this.
I know. Okay, let's talk about something different. Wait, who even?
Happy.
Oh wait. Oh, that's how we got into this conversation. Okay. Let's talk about the New Year resolutions, because why wasn't this the first thing we talked about?
I'm scared. I'm like scared about New Year, man.
I don't. Dude, I don't want to get older. Because every time I do, one of my friends is like, you're gonna die. That's one where you're cursed with death. I'm like, okay, fine. Why don't you gotta put that in my head?
I mean, it doesn't bother me, but like, when's your birthday? Oh wait, it's coming up soon.
You don't remember what my birthday is? No. Sad. It's the 29th. So it's like...
Okay, I knew it was close. That's why I asked.
Oh, okay. No, I'm joking. That's...
Mine's obvious. Mine isn't hard to remember.
Valentine's Day, that's right. February 14th.
Yeah.
See, I remembered. Because I remembered. Oh, no, that's why I remembered. I remember, God, this is gonna bring me back to, like, last year, but it's gonna bring me back to, like, a sad time. A good time then, but bad time now. I remember me and Tatiana were going out for the first time to the mall, and I remembered that the Valentine's Day we didn't go out because that was your birthday, and I knew she wanted to spend time with you, so I was just like, well, let's just do it tomorrow then. So the 15th we went out, and now look at us. I'm just like, I don't
Hey
know.
man, it happens.
Eh,
You'll find someone different, but if you know that there's probably a whole bunch of people that would definitely love you.
I know. Nah, I just
It
need.
does take patience.
I know.
Patience, man.
I'm.
But, we're still young.
I know.
You still have so many years ahead of you.
You think? No. It's like.
I don't know. It sucks, but
It's like.
you know.
It's like.
I
What?
already have my eyes set on someone right now, so I'm just waiting to attack, I guess.
You're waiting to attack. That doesn't sound right. That just. For any of you guys at home watching this, she doesn't actually mean attack. Don't worry.
No, I don't mean I'm going to attack him. I'm just like.
Hey, Ethan, if you're watching this.
He's probably not going to, but.
He's not. Literally, okay, I could put your name in, like, anything, but if it's coming from my channel, except, like, that one time where I made him a birthday video and I just blew balloons,
Yeah.
he was like, "Ha, yes, balloon." I'm like, that's comedy right there. But I could literally put, me and Sam record a video of us outside or something stupid, and then he'd be like, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna watch it later," and then never watched
the
it.
actual friends that I can actually see, because like more than half of the friends that I have are not from Arizona. Like, let's see, like all of my friends are all in Tennessee. Like
Literally,
more than half of them.
Yeah, more than half of them, and then there's me, still here.
I went up in San Francisco.
Damn, bro. Literally, the friends that I have here, I would, like, that's literally the only reason that I kind of want to live here. Because Arizona's alright, but I'll tell you, I had some beautiful memories back in New England where I used to just, play in the snow. I had no care in the world. I was just a kid, and I didn't have a lot of friends, and I kind of moved out here and I met a lot of people.
No? Never heard of it.
Snow? You never... Snow? Well, you're from Arizona, right?
It's barely.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm like born in the same like city too, like Tucson, Arizona. Yeah.
I'm
born and raised.
I was born, but not necessarily. I was born and raised till I was like 5 in New England, Massachusetts. You already know. And it's funny because when I'm from Massachusetts, they're like, "Oh, it's cold outside. You'll probably be used to it. If it's like maybe 65, cool, I'm used to it. If it's like 50, I'm like, okay, I hate this. Please kill me." Like,
and I love cold weather.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure you can see why, because you remember how long this summer lasted? It lasted up to like September.
That's right.
It was like 100 degrees up to like September, and then it finally cooled down, and it's still pretty warm.
I literally made I was talking with my friends one time, and I was like, you know how 2020 is like so bad? What if it's winter time and it's still like 150 degrees outside, and they're like, "Oh dear God." I'm like, yeah. Because that's what I think about. What?
It's gonna suck. I honestly don't feel like this year is gonna change. Like, it's either gonna get worse or it's gonna stay the same. Either way, it's not getting any better.
Sucks, man.
We're not off to a good start.
Wait. Dang it! It ran away. My sneeze.
We can can at least get it. At least we can just like make it better. If it's gonna still be bad or get worse, then let's at least like try to figure out ways to cope, I guess.
Yeah, literally, if this whole decade's bad, you won't see me again. No, no, I'm joking.
I'm worried. I'm freaking worried.
I'll stick around. I'll check it out. I'll check out the decade. Think about my life. I'll still be alive, but like, I'll just think about what happened, and it's funny because we're gonna be adults this decade, 2025.
Oh, I know.
That's right. So literally, for on the 29th, we'll mark 4 more years until I'm technically an adult.
I'm scared but excited.
I'm scared to be an adult for the full reason I literally think about this all the time. How the hell do I get the money to go to college? Like, I hear about how expensive that is, and I was like, what? What do you mean I gotta spend $20,000 for a college, or whatever the hell you gotta spend?
College isn't, like, necessary, but it's just so you can get, like, extra education and extra,
literally,
like, experience.
It's so...
Honestly, like, I'm not gonna go to it for, like, a while, because I'm going to start raising for it whenever I'm 18. So I'm gonna be waiting a while.
Yeah. And literally, I've grown up with the thought that literally, no matter how much I put it, this is literally just how I'm gonna put it and how I feel. That if I don't go to college, then I won't actually get a necessary job, and I won't be, like, as successful in my life. And I'm like, well, then I was in history class, and they were like, well, yeah, technically don't need to go to college for every job. And I'm like, okay, what the hell am I supposed to do then? It's like, first I heard, oh, you should go to college, you'll get a job there, and now, like, you don't need to go. I'm like, well, I kind of have to.
You don't have to, it's just so if you want to become, like, something bigger, you know, if you want to be part of a really big company, or if you want to learn how to do this talent, or, you know, if you want to do something really big with your life. Things like working in a coffee shop or, like, fast food restaurant, you don't need to go to college for that.
Well, I'm probably...
It's like, why would you do that? But what I would do is I would honestly, like, I would start selling things, I guess, until I was able to open up my own, like, company. Like, or not like a company, but, like, some sort of business. And then I would raise, like, that.
Sam's clothing store. I can see that.
Not clothes. I wouldn't do clothes. I would do, like, I either want to go with animals or food.
Sam's
like,
art store.
Animals more.
Sam's pet shop.
Yeah.
And then we need a motto, like, if you, hold up. Wait. Do you eat spam? Because my name is Sam. Go buy a pet. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, God. No, it's like if I own, like, freaking pigs and I said that, someone would be like, oh, you're gonna make us eat our pig? I mean, I know people usually raise, like, pigs as pets for a little bit, and then they're like,
wait,
okay,
what did you think I said?
I don't...
I literally said...
Did I get completely off topic?
I literally just said, do you eat spam? This is gonna sound stupid, but do you eat spam? Because my name is Sam. Go buy a pet. What did you think I said?
You say, and I'm like, spam comes from a pig's butt.
What? How have I not known this?
You didn't know that?
No. I mean, it's not like I buy spam anyways, but, like, I never thought, spam. That's some tasty ass right there.
Spam is a pig. Spam is part of the pig butt.
Well, I'm not eating spam then. No spam for me.
The leftover stuff that they don't use for spam goes into stuff like sausage and, like, hot dogs. Like, they usually take all the extra stuff from, like, animals. Let's say, like,
a dog.
Other stuff that you don't use in pigs.
Oh.
Let's say the extra, like, guts and, like, the eyes probably, and then you mix them up, and then you got hot dogs.
Oh God! You take the eyeballs, the intestines, and the wiener. You got hot dogs. Congratulations.
No, probably the wiener too.
Oh. Oh, that makes sense. No. Can you?
Just put that in mind that you've probably eaten pee before.
I know, right? It's like I literally thought of this right now. What if the names of things were like literally like hot dog? It was just a dog that was like kind of warm, and it's just like, hey, you guys want a hot dog? Sure. It's just like a really warm puppy, and it's just like, is that
It does exist. It's over in Vietnam.
And then it's like, do you guys want some?
Cats and dogs there all the time. But I wouldn't say I would eat it. They do eat cats and dogs places in Europe.
I know. I hear about that.
It sucks though. I mean, why would you do that?
I know.
I mean, it's not the people. It's not like the straight up culture. I'm just saying mainly in those areas. It's just the people, you know? It's just the people.
I like you're like, it's not the people, but just in those cultures, it's the people. No. What the heck was I gonna say?
Try not to make it sound weird, because I know people get easily offended nowadays.
Oh.
If I were to say, because I said Vietnam, I'm not saying the culture, I'm just saying the people in that area.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because I'm just trying to make sure nobody gets offended.
Sam, I'm gonna ruin your reputation. Your reputation on the internet.
I know. I'm just trying to, like, stay neutral on so many things.
Literally, I could walk up to a feminist and be like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? How do you think about the human race? No! Hugh person. No! Hugh... Well, I don't know. Literally,
well,
they...
It depends. Feminists are, like, the people that support, like, women's rights, but I forgot the term for, like, sexist women.
They want to change the words in the English dictionary. Do you understand what I'm saying here? What? How do you
I understand. Sexism isn't good. You should never be sexist to anyone. Guys shouldn't be mean to women. Women shouldn't be mean to guys. You know, we're all equally people.
Dang, bro, this is like some presidential speech right here. This is like emotional right here. This is like.
Say the same thing with race. Don't judge someone by their skin color, man, or their culture, or their religion. Respect all.
We need to put the American anthem over that. Just edit it, and it's just her like doing a speech or something. Yeah, I don't know. Let's think about something else. Music. Let's talk about music because I don't know. So I know you listen to
Music?
Huh? What? I know you listen to who is it? Is it Mr. Kitty? What is it?
Yes, Mr. Kitty.
Mr. Kitty.
Kitty, Past the Ghost, Alice Gas. I'm starting to get into 100 gig.
I know I listened to some rap, and I know a lot of people don't like that. So then I'm like, all right, I listened to like classical bands like Queen and just rock bands.
I like Queen, though.
Queen's good. Literally, my ideal like day at my house for fun, I literally just hook up my speaker.
Yay! He posted!
Who? Oh. Kerosene.
Let me see it. I'm gonna check.
This is what happens when we do a podcast and then Ethan uploads right in the middle of it. Just like, nah, we're sidetracked. Okay, fine. Let's see. She's gonna comment. Oh, okay. I thought that said June 2nd. I was like, I'm sorry, what? It's like, are we living in the past? I kind of hope so. The future's not that great. I know this will be a pain to try to cut out, so I'm not going to cut this out. I'm just gonna leave this in. This
That was awesome.
totally.
I'm like this every single time I see his stuff.
Every time Sam sees a video from Ethan, she's like, "Yo, that's totally radical, man. That's epic, yo."
Sam
That
throws stuffed animal across the room.
throws her Ethan plushie. Okay.
Stop!
Literally, I've had this conversation with my friends. Why did you make a plushie of Ethan? I'm not trying to be mean, but I just want to say why.
Why?
Yeah, like,
Well, I made it because I can't see him in real life. I cannot see him.
alright.
So I'm just like, hey, even though I don't have him here with me physically, maybe I can make something to represent him.
I've never thought of it that way. Well, I just did as I asked you
And
that. That's actually not a bad idea. I'm sorry.
it started off with me making like my Sam character carry a little plushie of him. Like it was just like a joke at first, but I'm like, I kind of want it.
I kind of want it.
I kind of want one.
Literally, I was so lame. If I wanted to pretend I was hugging somebody, I would just hug a pillow. And the reason I did
I
that,
usually take my big blanket or a pillow, but I like the plushie better.
the reason I do a pillow is because it's like, I normally, if I have a crush on somebody, a lot of times they're a lot shorter than I am. So, a pillow is like, of course, they're not the size of my pillow. That'd be crazy. But, I mean, it's not a bad representation because it feels like I'm hugging somebody, so, I don't know. You're making me bring out a lot of stuff about myself, Sam. I just realized this. It's like I've never
I don't know
talked
why
about.
you do that. I always do that with people.
I've never said this in like anywhere really that I do this. So thank you. I don't even care. I'm like,
I've done this with literally everyone. I have secret powers
you have
to do that.
superpowers. Holy crap.
I think it's because since I'm trying to I also introduce myself, you feel comfortable talking about yourself as well.
Oh, so really it's just an inside job. No, it's just an inside job. She's trying to actually get secret information and she's gonna report it back. I'm gonna get arrested. No, I'm joking.
You're arrested for holding alien beings hostage and not telling anyone about it.
Oh, that's right. No. Dang it, Sam!
Hey, what is it doing?
She went for a run.
Nice.
Nice, man. That's poggers, man. Alright. I'm just thinking. This is literally one of the most interesting podcasts I've ever had, and I don't know where to take it, but I don't want to end it. That's like
I'm surprised on how well it went. I know in Making the Bacon they usually lose ideas.
well let's go for another couple we'll go until we stop. Okay, let's just no cap. Let's just go on with it. Cartoons.
Oh wait until my dad gets home.
Till your dad gets home.
I'm going to get my ears
We'll be here till the end of time until your dad gets home, even though that doesn't make any sense. Let's talk about cartoons because I like cartoons.
That's fine, man. What cartoons did you grow up with?
I grew up with SpongeBob because SpongeBob was epic. Caillou, because I was an idiot. But my favorite one is SpongeBob.
SpongeBob was my favorite growing up.
I watch that shit now. You understand that, right?
I don't like the newer stuff though.
The newer stuff,
was better.
I could care less about the newer stuff. It's it's okay. I don't mind it because I'm an extreme fan of SpongeBob. It's just really.
The only reason why it sucks is because they had a new person because the original creator of SpongeBob died.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. I was like, no, what? But I forget why. Didn't he die of a heart attack or something? What did he die from?
I think he just died from I forgot, but I just know that it was really upsetting because nobody liked it afterwards. Like, I would ask people, like, what show they would like, and then it would always lead up to them talking about how trashy SpongeBob was, and I'm like, because you haven't even seen the good stuff, haven't you?
They're like,
to realize that SpongeBob was actually really sarcastic in the show.
yeah, it's like, they were all like, I don't like the new episodes of SpongeBob. I don't like SpongeBob. What, you just said the newer episodes. Have you not seen season 1 to 5? Those are the best, okay?
Yeah.
Bro, those are like my highlights. I gotta think my favorite episode of SpongeBob would have to be, and like, it's hard to think, because literally, favorite season, probably season 2. Season 1 was good.
Season 2 was good.
But that was the old stuff. That was like very old. Season 2, I think that's the one with like Bubble Buddy and Squid's Day Off. Those are like those are the great. Like, that's when they started to get into it, and I was like,
I think my actual favorite would be season 3 though.
Season 3, I think that's when they like kind of got with it. I remember, I think Fear of a Krabby Patty was in season 3 or 4, and that was when SpongeBob literally basically just had schizophrenia because he thought Krabby Patties were everywhere, and it's just like,
yeah, I like that season.
Yeah, like they kind of got new art style with it, and I liked it. I like the newer old stuff. Let's just put it that way. Is it a fucking outlet? I didn't know I had that in that spot. What? No way. Well, I'm checking that out later because I just found something in my room. I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, definitely. Season 2 and 3 were the best.
Those are like, no cap, the best seasons of SpongeBob. I mean, season 1 had some of the old classics, but season 1 had like the April Fool's episode. No, that was good. I like that one. Squidward tried to apologize, and he just exploded at one part, and I was just like, damn, same, bro. And I'm like, what all the cartoons I grew up with? No cartoon would beat SpongeBob. Like, none of them. And it's funny, because when I was little, like maybe 10, I wanted to be on the show. I wanted to voice something, but afterwards, it wouldn't be terrible, but like, it's just, the content is going down a little bit. I no offense to the creator or the voice actors, but it's just
Tom Kenny does good.
Tom Kenny, dude. He had that same kind of voice for like a long time. He's actually I think he's like in his 40s. I think he's really old. Not really old, but he's like kind of old. Like, you think
he's middle aged.
Yeah, you think about the voice, the character on the show. He's like, he seems like he'd be like a 20-year-old. Well, I mean, not really like, I don't know. You could put SpongeBob as a grown-up and a child for some reason. But then you look at the voice actor, and it's like, he's in his 40s, and he's voicing this character that I always thought had either a child or like a small adult. Like, never thought of it that way. And then Patrick, the voice of Patrick, he's pretty old as well. It's funny.
Did you know that the person that voiced SpongeBob also did Ice King in Adventure Time?
Yes, I know about that. And then, did he do Heather on Rocko's Modern Life? I think I remember that.
I don't think
Let me check.
I know he did Squanchy from Rick and Morty.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Wait, hold on, give me a sec. I remember watching Rocko's Modern.
It's been going on for like 42 minutes.
I know.
Well, I think
it's been like 30. It's been like almost 39. It's been almost 40 minutes. I remember watching the old I remember watching Rocko's Modern Life. There was like this one episode where he had to go to get him like yeah, he does voice that one. What he had to get his like
Rocko's Modern Life?
Dude, that was
I like Joe Murray stuff.
Yeah. What?
He makes kid shows now. Like I know he has a show on PBS Kids that I really like.
That's nice.
It's like the only good show like there on PBS Kids. I mean, I know there's a few. There's actually been a lot of like newer shows on PBS Kids that actually make sense.
Yeah, it's just the old PBS kids like, wow, I didn't get a chocolate bar. Remember, kids, if you don't get a chocolate bar, cry like a bitch. I'm like, well, that's a perfect lesson to teach children. Okay, Caillou, I see what you're doing here. Just like, you don't get what you want. What?
Some of them are actually really nice, and I think they're a little bit. Oh, I think they're so good to the point where I think them being on a PBS Kids is a little like offensive to the creators. I'm like I remember seeing this one on there. It was called Eleanor Wonders Why. It's like with this bunny, elephant, and a bat, and they're little kids, and they pretty much question everything. It's a really good kids show, and I think it would be really good if like modern kids would watch that nowadays instead of Fortnite videos.
Literally, when I was little, the things I would watch, like Arthur on PBS Kids, that was like old classic. SpongeBob, all those nice cartoons.
My mom liked that.
Yeah, and then now, I think about it now, the things that little kids are watching now, they're like, Fortnite videos! Logan Paul! Rice Gum, promotes gambling to children.
Coco
I'm like,
Melon.
What?
Coco Melon.
Coco Melon? The only color is green. I literally... I like watching people watch the dark side of YouTube, like the weird stuff, like the really weird stuff.
Like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Yes, those kind of videos. Those are like, why?
Or I forgot what it was called, like Pink Morning Cartoon or something. I forgot something along the lines of that.
There's some weird cartoons on the internet. I'll tell you that. But I'm trying. Now this just came in my head. I
like Cyriac stuff.
Cyriacs. Mostly I've been watching a lot of the Reddit subreddits now because I'm bored.
Those are good.
Yeah, the kids are dumb are my favorite. But what else? People will judge me for using TikTok, but literally all I use TikTok for is just to make people laugh and just to have just to do skits and.
Like I've said with many things, it's not the point that you're using it. It's the point that other people are using it or making it weird. You have all these girls doing these stupid things, going over to guys on subway stations and jumping on them.
Hey, let me jump on this dude's lap. I hope he doesn't shoot me. Oh, and he shot me. Look at that. I'm like, what did you expect? You jumped on his lap. It's a random dude. You don't know who it is. And I say that as a joke, but no, there will probably be somebody out there that would do that. Literally, any bad thing that you can think about, someone would probably do it. And that scares me.
But yeah, it was really disappointing seeing that stuff. But I don't like it because it is true that it is a way for Chinese government to spy on us. It is a true thing. That's why I don't have it anymore. Also because it started to get bad and cringy.
Literally, if that was, you say that's true, okay, but
Let me be honest. Why it used to be a little better whenever it was musically. Not gonna lie.
People are like, it's literally the same thing. Well, no, it kind of is, but it's just they renamed it, and now you don't need to do a song. I mean, I don't. Literally, people use songs now.
You didn't even have to. People did skits anyways.
I know.
It's called Musical.ly, but then I don't know where they got the name TikTok. Probably because they were like, yes, let's choose a random song name. And then they're like, let's choose this one by Kesha or Keisha, whatever you want to call her. But they're like, okay, let's name it this. And I remember whenever they started calling it TikTok.
I remember that too.
When they started calling it.
That was I don't remember when. That was a while ago. I don't know how they got that name too. They're like, alright guys, welcome to the meeting. We need to name the new app that's technically just Musical.ly. Alright, do you see the clock on the wall? Do you know what sound it makes? TikTok? Perfect! That's exactly what we're gonna name it. And then everyone in the office is just like, yeah! Perfect! That's exactly what I want to do.
I hate it whenever you hear kids, you play a song, And some kid's like, oh my gosh, I love that song. I'm like, really? Where'd you find it? Like, it's from TikTok. And I'm like,
You can get
right.
any song.
Get the ghost pepper.
You can literally get any song. I could look up I Want It All by Queen, and I'll find it. And then someone will comment on a Queen video. I found it off of TikTok. Okay, buddy. All right. Okay. I didn't really care. I don't really care, but okay.
Yeah, like, I freaking remember that stuff. Like, whenever it wasn't because of TikTok. I remember whenever people found it, it was because they heard it on, like, the radio or something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I can get... People have, like, brought a lot of good songs back. That is a good thing. But the thing is, people need to be a little bit more smart and be like, that wasn't from TikTok.
That was from...
Or, like, it's from TikTok. It's like, no, you found it on TikTok. It was like...
It's not...
from...
Look, guys, it's the band Queen from TikTok. No! Oh, also... What was that? What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah! There is a challenge. I don't know if it's still going around. I hope not. And I actually never seen this. I only see memes of it. They would take a nail filer and file their teeth.
Their teeth.
Do you know how dangerous that is? That could...
Dude, I remember it was just stupid because people were complaining that their teeth were hurting, and then the dentists are like, why are they hurting? And they'd be like, I was doing a TikTok challenge. It was to take a nail file to your teeth. And it was like...
That could damage the nerve.
What?
And that... She just left. Hold up. Oh, wait, you're back. Okay. You good?
It bucked me off.
Okay, I was about to say, like... I'm done! No, I'm just like... Bro, what...
It bucked me off.
I hate it! No. Back with the nail filing. I'm pretty sure... Because I've, honestly, right now... I don't have...
Wait,
I don't have... What?
What does it have a date on the Discord call? It says ongoing call lasting since December 31st, 1969.
What?
Look at the Discord call.
I didn't see it.
Hold up, let me take a screenshot.
Take a screenshot of
It
this.
says ongoing calls.
And
December 31st, 1969.
I'll take a screenshot of this on my computer when I edit this, when I put the podcast in. I'll
Wait, does that mean that we went back to 1969?
You know what? I really hope so. And this TikTok crap that we're talking about doesn't exist. Everybody, I'm sorry if this is 1969. I'm sorry. Also, look out for Queen, the new band that you'll probably... I think it was already out in, like, the 70s, so... It's a good band. Oh, yeah, Freddie Mercury's dead. Oh, God. Hold up, I gotta... It's so, like... I gotta open this.
I put it...
19... You were right! You know what? Later on today, when I put this in the computer and not edit it, I'm gonna put that exact thing in there, and that will be
Oh my god! The time came back after I left. It came back.
Oh,
That glitch.
I wish we were living in the 60s. Honestly, like the internet wasn't that great. I don't even know if they had much of the internet or any of the internet. I don't know when the internet actually came, but.
The only reason why I'm grateful is because I got to meet people.
Meet people
across the world.
Yeah, you know.
Or across the country, you know.
Yeah.
I found good people. I found a person.
Yeah, you know. Remember, everyone, Tennessee's actually a country.
It's a country. Oh God, please somebody didn't do that.
Actually, Tennessee's a planet. I don't know. God.
Yeah, Tennessee's a planet.
Dude.
I like all my friends.
She has a crush on an alien.
From the planet Tennessee.
She has a crush on an alien from the planet Tennessee.
I got a crush on an alien.
You know what? Be proud of that. Because you know what?
I will.
You know what? Maybe one day you'll marry an alien. And look at me. a lone bastard. So you got something on me. So I don't know. I'm joking. A
Do you
lonely.
think we should end it here? Do you think we should end the podcast here? I kind of want to go into the living room.
All right. So that's it. Thank you for watching my dollar store version of Making the Bacon. 1.5 minute in the podcast. I say a
Let's
half minute.
call it. What would be a rip-off name of Making the Bacon?
Cooking the cookies.
Making the cookies.
Making the cookies. You know what? And then in the description, yeah, I know, rip-off version of Making the Bacon. I'll just link the thing. But all right.
Link the original.
The original, yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.